yeah, we're just gonna be doing about 2 hell rushes and try to have some fun and relax. I hope you guys enjoy. Hi RS Jackson. Okay, so currently no opponents yet, but I'm sure we will find some relatively soon. We have Rage Talos, we have Rage Fell, and we have Rage Seraph. We have Consume Seraph. We have Ritual of Battle, Entombed Explosive, and Impressive as our starting cards. We have both clans exiled, so we're gonna be rolling the Shartail Queen, and we will have Queen Simplings as well as Primitive Molds. So with the Impressive already in the deck, Entombed Explosive also, we have potential decent targets to reform, decent imp synergy. This already looks like a pretty strong start. Yep, some imp mischief indeed. Okay. Flicker's Liquor is really good with imps, reformed units, things like that. Imperialist, yeah, let's go. We do have reform, we can bring back those imps we sacrifice. Imperialist should perform pretty well. Aggressive, okay. We're fighting the Forge Disciple with some healers. I would like to have one of the implings in front. One in the back. And we can even play these rituals for free. It's a very powerful start. Train Steward on the top. Put the imp in front. Reform another one. Put the imp in the back. Set up the Entombed Explosive for the boss. Let's play some Train Stewards out. Set up a second Entombed Explosive. And reform an imp. This one's gonna take some hits. And we already won. We didn't even need the second explosive. That was quite powerful. Well, the helper seems solid. Let's take one. I like having the armor available. Not too fond of these cards. I don't want more Entombed Explosive. I do appreciate the ones we already have. And I don't think we are too much going into a Burnout extension game plan. So let's skip this. Demon Fiend, Alpha Fiend, Branded Warrior. Could see a Branded Warrior being decent. Honestly, even the Demon Fiend could be fine with Flicker's Liquor. We should be able to get it out pretty easily. Okay. I rarely have the opportunity to actually play with Demon Friend, so I think this is a good chance for that. I could see an upgrade on Impressive or Ritual of Battle being very good here. But of course, upgrading the Demon Friend could also be very useful. Honestly, I don't like the Remnant Banner. Do we have the chance? No, we do not have the chance to upgrade units in the next space. So let's go for the unit upgrades here. We only have 160 gold, but that should be enough to try to find multi-strike, perhaps. Quick Rage Burnout. I don't really want Burnout yet. Could be decent on the Welder Helper. I think I'm just gonna reroll and work with the second set. Yeah, there we go. Multi-strike on the Demon Fiend is exactly what I wanted. I think this is skip. I really don't want to go into a burnout strategy. And we don't have enough to pick up another upgrade, so on we go. Clergyman. We need to be careful about our first turn. We need to make sure Flicker's Liquor can hit the Demon Fiend, so we need to play these primitive molds out first. Do I want the Chantel Queen on the bottom floor here? I don't think so. I think this is gonna be Demon Friend and Entombed Explosive on the bottom. Although I should have placed her on top. I forgot about the haste. Very nice to have this Welder Helper and an Entombed Explosive as well. Let's just throw out some Train Stewards. And there we go, bottom floor kill again. Got the Collector, got the Trial, everything's going smoothly. Fledgling Imp, Hidden Passage. Fledgling Imp is good. Dripfall. Dripfall is good for early boss kills. Flying boss kills especially. Really liking the idea of a relic. I'm not too keen on going to the merchant with just 130 gold. We'll just pick up a free relic here. Unit upgrades again with some coins, or we can get the Hellhorned and the removal. That could be potentially very strong. Whew. So, looks like most of us are pretty close in score. Like, fourth place is only 150 behind us. So, yeah. We need to be on our toes. If we can somehow score a Flying Daedalus kill, which is gonna be tough unless we find Gurk's Goat here, that will put us in a good spot. I'm certainly gonna try, because I feel like I have a real chance here. Let's take Winged Indulgence. I like the enemies being a bit weaker. Paraffin Thug could be decent, but honestly I think I wanna skip this. We're not gonna heal. Our imps are gonna die. Yeah. This is very good. Like, now we can put imps in front to block some damage and still sacrifice them with the queen. Has a lot of potential. I said Flying Daedalus kill, but yeah, we're fighting Talos, so... this is good, we'll have all units here. It's 50 already, that's another 100. Actually it's not... yeah. This bottom floor, I need to kill this clergyman, I think. No, I want to rage here. No dripfall this turn. These guys are tanky enough. I do want to play the primitive mode before I play the train steward. It's a lot of damage coming in, but I do want the AoE. I'm fine taking a chunk of damage on my queen this turn. There's the Welder Helper. Let's armor her back up. This turn I think I want to just throw as many imps as possible, because every imp thrown is 20 damage against Talos. We have no room for these train stewards. we should remove them pretty soon. That's the wrong time for an impressive. We are pretty close here. In fact, I think we have it. There we go. Flying Talos kill. 5-turn boss rush. That puts us in a good spot. We just gained 600 points over a bottom floor kill. Formless Child. Honestly, I just like the Ally of the Ancients. It's just great defense. Wickless Tycoon? Probably not. I don't think I want a second Demon Fiend. Having friends is good, but we can't fit too many of them onto that train. I feel like capacity would be good. That allows me to have the Demon Fiend and Chartel Queen on the same floor. That's something that's gonna be useful later on. Especially if I can have the Chartel Queen clear waves. I feel like I strongly want to go to the left. No. No, actually, we can still use unit upgrades. Another multi-strike on the Demon Fiend would be great, but even just 10 attack would be... Would they be good? Yeah, I think they would be good. Endless on the Fledgling Imp would be nice scaling damage. We could alternatively put it on the Welder Helper, that's also pretty good. No exciting dupe yet. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the right. Gonna go with the other people. Well, with the majority of them. Yeah, I'm pretty happy we managed that flying Talos kill. That gave us a bit of breathing room. Endless? I think I want the Fledgling. Actually, I kinda wanna reroll. Heartstone on the Endless Fledgling Imp. We can only play that on the bottom floor. Like this. But that's fine. I just wanna finish it off and not have to go to another Merchant of Steel anymore. So I can... Oops. I feel like we don't want more imp generation, we want higher imp toss damage. Spell shield 2, that should be fine. Ritual of Battle. This is a bit of a problem. I can't guarantee the Demon Fiend unless I Ally of the Ancients an enemy. No wait, I can. Yeah, I can. Queen wants to be in front, so I can throw the imps before. Yeah, Queen is gonna be my front timer. She has a decent amount of health too. Just set up the bottom floor, top floor, just in case anything gets through. Welder Helper is something I would like to use, but right now it doesn't seem necessary at all. Display units until I get the rage. Okay, that worked flawlessly. I like this deck. I like how this is going. I don't think we want imp in a box right now. We don't have enough capacity to really make use of too many imps. So I kind of want to avoid picking up too many more imps, unless it's something like a Transcend Imp. Rage Serum is okay, Enflame is okay. If I need faster scaling, how would I get that? There are currently not that many ways. I'll take an Enflame. It's a decent card. Memento Mori is too slow. Don't think we want Crushing Demise or Sacred Wicks in this deck. Let's skip. And I really want the relics. It's gonna be so valuable if we can find the Ashes of the Fallen or Guruk's Goat. These would really be amazing. But even something like a Resonant Shard or a Collection of Tales would be nice. The one that makes Rage not decay. Obviously the Queen's Tale. The one that makes you draw a card and gain an Ember whenever you play an Imp would be amazing, because we are gonna play Imps every single turn. Like, there are so many relics this build scales well with. Even a resin block could already be pretty good, just with the Endless Fletchling Imp. That wouldn't be too amazing, to be honest, but it would still be worth picking up, I guess, if we find nothing better. We'll see. Actually, I probably would reroll instead, if I found it in the first. Yeah, probably not interested in resin block. Waxer's now for combustible wax and cased ember. These do have some potential with the entombed explosives, but honestly, yeah, resonant shard. Memorial Fund, we need a lot of kills to get our value out of this. We might get them, but we might also not. Currently I'm inclined to keep my gold. Multi-strike, sure. Shouldn't be a big deal. We can play everything. Simply's gonna die, but we still have the necessary power to kill the backliner anyways. I would like to play the Welder Helper this turn. Can we get this imp to die somewhere else? We can't, it's impossible. That's okay. Yeah, I have some armor on the front line of the I'm gonna keep that Welder Helper. Just play out these other units. To draw back into my Rituals of Battles more often. I should play out these two cards. Where I place the Train Steward, so I guarantee cost reduce the ritual. 3 times 5. Oh, how you have fallen. There we go. Oh yeah, yeah, I'll take that. Last stand. It's a good way to finish off my scaling. Resin removal, is that something I'm interested in? I don't think so. Subsuming Blade, pretty unnecessary, as is Engulfed in Smoke. Just gonna skip. I'm looking for spell upgrades now, and obviously still looking for relics. So both of the things we want are on the same side. Removals would be nice, but they're honestly not that important. Primitive molds are okay, the train swords aren't great, but they trigger flicker, so they are not too bad. Queen Simplings, same thing. So the removals are not the most important part here. In fact, having a lot of units in our opening hand means it's easier to get the Demon Fiend out on turn 1. Because that's basically our lost condition. If we draw like Shardtail Queen, Demon Fiend, Alloy of the Ancients and double Ritual of Battle in our opening hand, then we won't be able to guaranteed play the Demon Fiend. In fact, it will be a 25% chance we get to play it that turn. And a start like that could actually be how we fall behind. So having more Train Stewards, Entombed Explosives and Imps in the deck means that start is gonna be much less likely. Cleansing Water, Unbroken Horn. Let's go with Cleansing Water. I don't really think we're gonna be using Unbroken Horn a lot. Let's just double the damage for that card. Cost reducing Ritual of Battle should be worth it. Let's remove Consume on the last stand and then reroll. Cost reduce the last stand so we can potentially play it even when we are not. There's something to be said about the consuming impressive. Cave of 1,000 eye, we pay health. Yes. Just because we have a few spells that want multiple upgrades like Last Stand and Rituals of Battle. Permafrost anything? Yeah, the Dripfall. Having the Dripfall at the right time makes it much more likely that we can get a flying kill on Fel. Even though it's not that likely, to be honest. To be perfectly honest, I don't think it's that likely that we get a flying Fel kill. This is a fine start. Not gonna be able to kill the Quill Marksman like this. Well, we should be fine. Alright. Well, that's not a big deal. I mean, Last Stand doesn't consume, so we play it whenever we can. No imp this turn, no reason to descend Fel because we're not gonna hit her anyways. Let's get some imps back. It's actually not an imp, but it's pretty nice as well. Yeah, let's scale Rage. Just because we have the... Alright, misplayed that. I missed the Ritual of Battle here. We're not gonna get past these guys. That's annoying. Yeah, the flying kill is looking less and less likely. Okay, that's good. Well, that's a good chunk of damage, but we only have next wave to actually get the kill. At least in this wave we have Last Stand available. There we go. Flying kill. Last Stand did it. Now we have a 4k point lead. That makes me pretty confident that we got this. Spike of the Hellhorned. No. I'm not generating enough energy that's really worth it. Capacity again. That might seem crazy not going for draw here. But that increases the amount of imps we get to play by quite a bit. That's a bit of that's, yeah, slightly the problem with Demon Fiend. It's got good based stats, it makes things very, very safe. Having that Demon Friend being 60 damage multi-strike right from the get-go means we will rarely have problem dealing with the first wave or anything like that. But we also get a little bit slower scaling. Infused Mallet is actually kind of helpful sometimes. Do we want any upgrades here? I don't think we want any of these. I'll take another Endless on the Welder Helper, even though that seems really unnecessary. I'll take it just for safety's sake. And I think the removals go actually on a Primitive Mold and a Trained Steward. And I think we keep on doing the Imperialist stuff. Yeah, Monster Train. I really like this game. And I feel comfortable playing it, like... I have so much experience, it's so familiar to me, and it's just a good relaxing experience. Which I appreciate a lot. Yeah, we got the bottom floor clear. That's nice, a great start. And we're actually gaining effective health here. Oh, do not forget to get the collector. We could always have grip folded, but this is easier. Yeah, misordered that. Like I don't really care. Waste some armor, doesn't matter. We don't have a lot of rage, but I should try to play that anyway. Flicker's Liquor is insane, right? That's such a powerful relic. And this deck really abuses the hell out of it by taking expensive cards. Even the Demon Fiend, we would have no way of ever playing the Demon Fiend in this deck without it. And not just that, I am also consistently using it for all my other plays. Like Last Stand, Ritual of Battle, and in some way, can't turn down an important work, even though I probably should have taken the Ascend. Just having an Ascend and a Descent makes it so much more likely to get the flying kills, but you know, I'm fine as is. Yeah, exactly. And for that reason it's also pretty nice that we don't have too much card draw actually, because we can only trigger Flicker's Liquor about 2 or 3 times a turn. So if there are too many cards, the Flicker's Liquor charges might sometimes be wasted on cards we don't want them on. Like early on, yes, having more draw means I draw more units, which I can play, but eventually I will only be redrawing my Endless Imps. So having 5 cards every turn is actually a decent amount for this strategy to work. Also, Seraph the Diligent might throw a wrench in my plans with his Blights. It's gonna be shuffling in my deck, which is a bit annoying. And I also draw very slowly through my deck because of the Endless Imps and only drawing 5 a turn. That's also a little bit of an issue, but not too much, to be honest. We have a 6.7k lead, so that's already 8 turns of Seraph boss rush. So I'm not too concerned about spending my gold here and just to guarantee we can safely beat Seraph. Because the consume is actually a bit annoying. I don't want to remove any spells. I'm gonna remove 2 Train Swords actually. I feel like that still makes the deck a little bit better. Consume removal sadly is not good against the Seraph. And I don't feel like I need any upgrades here. I am gonna buy some relics. I feel like Scorching Restraints is nice just because how we scale Rage. And I'm gonna reroll. Traitor's Quill is probably best here. Sharptail Queen. Do I wanna... Do I even want to consume the Enflame? I don't think I have to. I'd rather play the spells when I actually... Primitive Mold is probably one of the best to consume. I'd rather play the spells when I actually know that I want to play multiple spells in a turn. How much damage can we do to Seraph here? Quite a bit. I think that's worth. It's 100 damage. It's not a tom, but still good. Start out with this. Follow it up with Welder Helper and Queen's Impling. Start gaining some rage. There's our last stand, which I'm probably not gonna play this turn, because I don't want to consume it. I'm gonna set up a top floor just to catch any remaining spawns. Yeah, consuming the last stand wasn't worth it there. This one, on the other hand, I have no problem with consuming, so I can play another important work, which gives me another fletchling in. This one has burnout. I think we want that in front. Play one of these, so we can reduce the other 2 cards to 0 cost. I am gonna consume the Ritual of Battle, I'm fine with that. This is mostly just a fire starter for the... I am gonna consume Depressive here to get rid of that frontliner. Then double play the Fletchling Imp. We didn't manage a flying kill, but we didn't need to at all. Play this first, so we can play everything else. Just so we can finish the run with the giant last stand. Yep! That was pretty good. Did the other guy die or... Yeah, he died. Okay. But at least we managed. We were allowed to finish the run. 47k? That's a solid score. Didn't manage to get a flying Seraph kill. This is pretty unusual. Usually it gets easier to get flying kills the further you go. But we got the earliest kill on Talos, then a bit slower on Fel, and then finally the slowest on Seraph. Just because we had so much front-loader power with the Demon Fiend providing such high initial power, which didn't scale well as the run went on, and our scaling elements were a bit weaker. Not weak at all. They did work pretty well. If it weren't for Consume Seraph, if it was Sap Seraph, I think we could have managed a flying kill, because we could have played the last stand a bit easier, would have drawn through our deck faster. Obviously against Cleanse Seraph we would have had a hard time, because the Demon Fiend, well, we couldn't stack Rage as much. And against the Impatient, that would have worked pretty well as also, I think. I think we had the defense necessary to deal with melee weakness, even though we would probably have played quite a few units for rally counters on the Seraph. I don't think that would have been a problem. Yeah, honestly, this was a Flicker's Liquor deck more than an Imp deck. The Imps just provided the fodder for Flicker's Liquor to enable the rest of our deck.